This is BoomerTECH Guide Chris Toy, and today we're going to take a look at the screensaver function on your laptop. We hope that you enjoy the video. We hope that you will subscribe, and if you have any comments, please post them below. Welcome back. Today we're going to explore the screensaver, which is found under the Apple menu, under System Preferences, and then to the Desktop and Screensaver. In a previous video, we explored the desktop. Now we're going to look at the screensaver. And before we demonstrate this, I'd like to talk just for a minute about the screensaver. The screensaver was developed to avoid what we call screen burn-in, which is what happens if an image on the screen remains on the screen for a long period of time when you're not using the computer. What we found is that if the image stays there on the screen, this image, for example, would remain as a ghost on the screen because the pixels would be burned in. So what happens is, with the screensaver, you can set your computer to actually change the image periodically. And if you'll look down here, you'll see that there's a little drop-down menu which allows you to set when the screensaver is going to start. And I have mine set for 10 minutes, but you could set it for a shorter period of time. Or if you definitely know that you want your screen to remain on without the screensaver, let's say that you're using it as a poster or something like that, you could have it set to never. But I'll put mine at 5 minutes. It's not a big deal for me. And what we can do is we can also set different options that will pop up. In this instance, I've chosen a message as our screensaver. And you'll here, you can kind of see a preview of what is up there. And down here under this message, I have some options, and I've selected I've typed in BoomerTECH Adventures is awesome, because it is. So we'll keep that one. And before I demonstrate this screensaver, you can also click this little box down here, which is you can show the screensaver with or without a clock. And since I'm always wondering what time it is because I get distracted, it's good for me to know what time it is. So over here is what's known as hot corners. And this allows you to select certain corners of the screen that if you move the cursor to that corner, it will automatically start certain things. In this case, I'm gonna click on this so you can see. We'll click on that, and you'll see the upper right-hand corner, lower right-hand corner, upper left, lower left. I have it set as starting the screensaver. So because this is selected, when I move my cursor up to that left-hand corner, the screensaver is going to start. And if I wanted to change some other things in the other corners, I can do that. But today we're just going to look at starting the screensaver. So I'll just click OK, go out of that. So what we know is that we have our screensaver set to message. We've selected a message, or we've typed in a message. And we know that if I didn't do anything, didn't touch the computer for 5 minutes, my screensaver would start up. But let's say I want to start that up right away. You'll remember that under the hot corners, I have that set as starting the screensaver. So I'm going to slide this up over here, up to the right-hand corner, and there it starts up. And you'll see, there's the message, BoomerTECH Adventures is awesome. And there's the clock. It's 10:15. So I'm going to move, see I moved it out, and so I come back to my screensaver. So there are other screensaver options. I'm not going to go through all of them, just a couple of them. Apple has some preloaded ones. So here's kind of a, here's a fun one, a flurry, which gives, there we go. And if I didn't want to start it and see the whole screen, you'll see over here, I have a little preview. And if I click on the preview, it will run the screensaver. So here it is. And there's kind of our, it's almost like the Northern Lights or something like that. So I'll move that. Here's one more, I'll just do one more of these. And this time, rather than looking at the preview, I'm going to just demonstrate again. If I move my cursor up to the right, it starts the screensaver up. And I've got kind of a little kaleidoscope here. Looks like a light show from the 1970s. Actually, that's a Mandelbrot set. That's kind of cool for you math people. All right. So the last thing I'll show you are some other options if you choose some photos. So this will actually let you, these options up here, and there's quite a few of them. Again, I'm not going to run through all of those, but if you click one of these, and you can choose your source of photos. So you can use your photos, but you can also use some options that Apple has. They're not there. Anyway, I'm going to go with photos here. So you can see there's some floating pictures there. There's one here which is kind of fun origami. And what you'll see in the preview is that it will kind of fold into new pictures. So you can kind of see different pictures. And then there's shifting tiles. And the tiles will flip like that. And then it gets, there's some pretty crazy ones. Here's a photomobile. It almost changes too fast for me. There we go. I kind of like sliding panels, which is nice. There we go. And just before we end, I'll do one more going up to that right corner. You can kind of see the whole screen effect. It's going to take a few seconds for the photos to load. And there we go. And so these tiles will slide. Oh, there's some fish there. So there you have it. This is Chris Toy, your BoomerTECH guide. Hope you enjoyed this tour of the screensaver. And we hope that you subscribe. And if you have any comments or questions about screensaver, don't hesitate to post them below. Thanks for joining us.